Right, welcome back. This is week 12 of the 0 to 1 mil funded challenge. Last week I didn't take a trade due to personal things. But this week I'm back on the charts, I'm back in the mode. I'm going to be doing more content, so I'm going to be a lot more focused now. I'm currently 15k funded. My next step is the 100k. So I need to make sure that my trades are good, A pluses. So because I didn't trade last week, I'm just going to go through the market that I'm looking for next week. So the for week 13. So this is all for week 13. So AUD/USD price is pushed up. There's nothing to go off here, so I'm just gonna wait for structure. So that's red. AUD Swiss, same situation. Got AUD NZD. So AUD NZD, we do need more structure, but we're at an area that it could react from and continue to the downside. So I'm going to be waiting for more structure, see what price does in this area. If it carries on pushing, then the trade's invalid. But to be honest with you, the trend is bullish. So yeah, I'm pretty much expecting price to turn around here, maybe push higher, make a double top, and then go bearish. But that won't happen next week, so I'm just going to wait for this for now. So that's why it's yellow, because it's not really a priority. I'm not interested. AUD JPY is bullish on all time frames and is looking very strong to the upside. So on the 4 hour, we're looking for a continuation. So I'm just expecting price to pull back. If it does pull back, I'll be ready to catch the trend. Be waiting for to come around this area here or deeper. That's even better. If it does respect, then I will catch the trend. So it's yellow, put it to the top, so it's near. So yeah, in the AUD section, AUD/JPY is the number one. GBP, we have GBP NZD. On the weekly, we have started to show bearish signs here, as you can see in this area mainly. There we go. So price has pushed up to make a new high, pulled back to make the higher low, but it didn't make the higher high, so it didn't confirm this is a higher low. So it's created a double top here with a potential sell-off. Price has pushed down here, which was not last week, the week before, after wicking all liquidity here. This could be the last candle as an indication to go bearish. This week was indecisive at a strong area of support. So on the daily, I see that price here has dropped down heavily. It's come down, pushed up, started to come down again. However, on the 4 hour, I see here price is going to potentially go bullish into a fair value gap on the 4 hour, taking previous week's liquidity, which would be very convenient to do, and go there and then sell off. So it's kind of a coincidence how it's last week's high, where the fair value gap is, in a potential bearish leg coming up. So this is a high priority for this week. I'm interested in this a lot. This could be a good setup. GBP USD on the monthly, we can see it price is pushed up, slowly retraced, taking money out of the market, and then it looks like now we're potentially making a new bullish leg. On the weekly here, you can see price has pulled back, gone bearish, attempted to carry on, made a double bottom. This area could be respected and we could continue bearish. However, price is not showing any signs of bearish yet, especially with the volume flipping from here straight back up, yeah, I could potentially see price going more higher. So on the 4 hour, price comes back here, and I see price comes around this area here, down here, lines up with the EMA, respects it, and gives me a bullish move in the London session, I'm going to buy. So, yeah, that's GBP USD. Them two are my priority in the GBPs, and the rest are yellow because they're potential trades. So for GBP CAD, last week had a really bearish. The last day of the week had a really bearish push, heading into a very strong zone. So I want to see how it reacts at this zone. If it pulls back, gives me a rejection in this area after respecting this and carries on, I will potentially sell. But that could be at the end of the week. And to be honest with you, it doesn't look like there's a lot of data to go off. So not interested right now. GBP AUD did do what I expected last week, where price was to come down. I wanted it to come higher. It didn't come higher, but I could tell that it was going to continue. It didn't enter. My mind wasn't in the right space, so it didn't enter. Yeah, we're carrying this bearish trend. So on the weekly, it's really clean. Just making lower lows and lower highs. This one was a really good trade to go off. Very strong EMA. Yeah, very high grade trade that I missed. But it's okay, another one will come. So, GBP, JP, oh sorry, I didn't even explain what I was going to do. Yeah, if I see price respecting this area here, this could potentially be a big double bottom to push up higher into this area. If I see price doing that, I may get in, but it's against the whole trend. So it's a high risk trade. I don't think I'm going to enter it. But if it gives me a sell opportunity up here, after respecting here, yeah, I'll probably get in. That's why it's yellow. So potentially, I've just got to wait for more data. GBP, JPY. The weekly is bullish. We have broken a high from July 2024. So we're finally, I think, yeah, we're now into new highs from 2008. We're now heading to them highs. So yeah, pretty much I'm expecting price to continue going bullish. JPY pairs do like to trend aggressively. So I'm expecting price to maybe come down a bit further on the retracement. However, if I see on the 1 hour, that's it, sorry. The 1 hour I want it to come down a bit more, respect this area and push higher. If I get that opportunity, I may potentially get in. However, it is quite high on the trend, could crash down a bit, come into this area. So I'm not going to rush into anything. I need to have good setups going forward, so I'm not going to rush anything. That's why it's yellow. Oh. GBP Swiss. So the weekly is bearish. It does look like it's potentially coming up a bit higher to make the lower high. On the monthly, we can see here that price has made a nice bearish leg, and it could potentially be making the new lower high. So I'm looking for a counter trend trade. Well, it won't be counter trend on the time frames I'm going to be trading, but on the overall time frame, like the weekly and the monthly, it is counter trend. Daily is bullish, so I'm expecting just a retrace and I'd buy. Yeah, so price comes here, respects, goes up, I'm going to get in, pretty much, because that'll be nice. That'll be a clean high high, high low, That's why it's yellow, because it's not really showing many signs it's going to go down. Right, moving on. Euro pairs. I've got two at the priority list of my Euros. It's Euro AD and Euro GBP. So we'll start with the AD one. Price is pretty much bearish. Yeah, bearish. We just broken this low, but we're still in this bullish region. So it's technically bullish on the weekly. Daily is bearish. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's just trade. It's in between this and this, so everything's bullish. But on the monthly, as you can see, sorry. Oh, let me try that again. On the monthly, we can see that price on April pushed up, and a lot of money came straight out. After the money came out, we came halfway, filled the wick, 50%. Multiple months have rejected it, and also we took liquidity, and now we're pushing to the downside. We could expect this pair to just continue. Got 25 days left at this, so yeah, daily might not be bullish, bearish, or the weekly, but the monthly is showing me signs that we could continue a bearish leg. I just need price to pull back into this area here. If it respects it, I'll sell. If it comes higher, even better. But I just need the entry confirmation to continue. Euro GBP, the weekly is bullish. The daily is bearish. So price here is pushed up. Give me the 1, 2, 3, and 4th tap. Then pull down, broke structure, pull back. Might be able to get, see how price here is at the EMA, and it's a break and retest. And then look at this. This one. Nope. This. Watch this. On the weekly. See that? EMA, break, retest. What are we getting on Euro GBP on the daily? We're getting a EMA, break, retest. This could be a good trade. So that's number 2 of my priority. So I've got GBP NZD with that trade and Euro GBP. They're the 2 trades that I like the most. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on them. Euro CAD. Euro CAD made a massive drop, so I'm pretty much not expecting anything until near enough the end of the week. We might just keep selling, I don't know. We'll have to find out. Then Euro NZD. Euro NZD, yeah. So price pretty much pushed higher, made a new high. Took a few weeks to consolidate, and then we had this same kind of candle on the way down, but we didn't break the low. So we've like met this area. I want to see how it reacts. I might expect price to just pull back and then continue. Like a 1 tap, 2, and then keep going. We'll have to find out. That's why it's yellow. I'm just gonna wait for more data. Pretty much, yeah. Then we've got Euro USD. Euro USD is in a massive wedge. I don't like it, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, it's just pretty much just trading inside itself. Boy, it has gone bullish. Oh, I need to stop yawning. So, pretty much, it has gone bullish on the daily here. It's gone bullish. 4 hour is bearish. I'm expecting price to come down to these areas here and then potentially go higher. However, on the monthly, we're looking like after the big bullish leg, we might see a turnaround. So I reckon price is just going to mess around in this wedge, maybe play around, take liquidity, come down. I don't want to be a part of it, so that's why it's red. Euro JPY is bullish, very bullish. It's just making new highs, so I've kind of just left it. Could just continue, but yeah, it's red for a reason. I don't really want to get involved. Same with Euro Swiss. Euro Swiss has more potential of an entry. It's not too choppy, but we're hitting an area here of resistance. Might see price pull back, continue. I don't know yet. Got to wait to find out. That's why it's red. So that's it for my Euro pairs. NZD, we have two pairs that I like. This one I like a lot, NZD CAD, because we had the break and retest on the weekly, so we're bearish. It's so nice, like clean. I just want price to give me a bit of a pullback and I'd sell. That's it. Simple trade. 4 hours come back here, making the higher low, then we enter, push it down. That's a good setup. So that's three top pairs I'm looking at so far. NZD USD, we're looking bullish. Price is pushed down. Give me a few candles of rejection, then match the same volume on this candle and continue. So I'm expecting to continue higher. I'm looking for an entry to pull back here, take a bit of liquidity, this region, and I'll buy. NZD JPY, not interested in this pair. It's not very trendy right now. It's just, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Not interested. So yeah, that's the two pairs in NZD that I'm interested in. The CAD pairs, obviously this pair right now is not ready for an entry. So yeah, red for a reason. CAD JPY, I think I'm trying too hard to get an entry, but yeah, if it does do this, I'd probably get in. Maybe. Depends on how it looks when it does come to that time. But yeah, if it does play here and respects it, I'm gonna obviously get in. So the CAD pairs are not really that interesting. Swiss, we've got one pair. Potentially, potentially. This pair could go bullish because JPY does a lot of trending, like a lot of trending. Like you see here how it pulls back, you think it's gonna come all the way down here. Nope, continues. So after this push, but a few candles down, might see a wick and a push higher. Daily, bullish, small retracement. We've had a bit of a double bottom here, taking liquidity, indecisive candle. 4 hour now is playing around at this area. Starting to see a bit of a turnaround. May potentially see push up, but I'm not gonna rush into that pair because yeah, it'll take a while to develop. So yeah, that's just it for Swiss. USD JPY looks good for a buy. Show you why. On the daily, we've had a push here and a nice slow retracement. So if we get an entry confirmation, I'm gonna buy to continue going up the trend. Yeah, so bullish. 4 hours now just gone bullish. Could see a bit of a pull. If it pulls back here, I'm getting in. So that's 4 pairs actually that I really like for this week. 4. That's good. That's really good. So USD JPY looks good. USD CAD did melt Friday, so I need to wait for data. I'll just put that red actually. I need to wait. There's nothing else I can do there. USD Swiss looks okay. I'm mainly going off the higher time frame because the weekly and the monthly has failed for a long time to continue down. So we're potentially looking like we're going to go bullish. The daily here is just consolidating. Actually, you know what? Yeah, nah, never mind. That's terrible. Yeah, so I'm not looking at that either. DXY, actually I don't need to look at the DXY. But we'll do a quick analysis now. DXY is bullish on the weekly, bearish on the daily. Price might just respect that and continue down. yeah, we might see a continuation of this bearish leg. See how price reacts off here. If it goes down, then we're going to look bearish for the week. If it continues higher, then we can just see that pretty much. So, yeah, DXY, don't really look at the pair, but it's good to check it out. Gold on the weekly, we can see here price started to pull back, slowly retracing up. We had this one wick, price took a lot of money out here, filled in the wick and took liquidity. Oh, this pair is horrible. The daily here obviously is respecting this region. Took liquidity, come down, took liquidity again. So we got a double top, well, triple top, and it slowly retraced as well. We could see price challenge this area. So on the 1 hour, I want to see price pull back into this area and then sell off. If it does, I'd sell it. That's it for my pairs. So I've got GBP, NZD, that I really like. Euro AUD, Euro GBP, NZD CAD, and USD JPY. They are my 4 favorite pairs for this week. So yeah, let me actually put them blue. So I know they are my favorite. Yeah, my favorite. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've the news is gonna be very hectic on Thursday. Yeah, let me just put my screen over here. Oh, what's going on? Why is it not bringing it on? Alright, never mind. Basically, price. The news events are going to be Tuesday. We've got AUD at 1:30 and 2:30. We have a JPY news event at 7 p.m. This is in Brisbane time. Then we have USD Wednesday, 1 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Then Thursday we have CAD, USD, AUD, and Swiss, and then another USD. Friday we have GBP, so GBP is only till Friday. So GBP pairs, I've got 1. It's NZD. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, there's not a lot of pound news. There's a lot of USD and CAD news. Let's see what I've got. USD, yeah. This one will probably be the most fundamental pair of the week. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, that's pretty much everything for the week. I'll going forward, I'm going to be recording more of myself and my day-to-day thing, just to make my documentary more interesting for myself. Yeah, 15k funded. All I need now is 5% on the 15k, and then that money will go towards the 100k, and then everything will start from scratch, from zero, because I'll get a refund. So yeah. Anyway, catch you next week. Yeah, week 13.